the players know what you're going to do and stuff. They don't really analyse your performances and stuff, but obviously as the second season, teams try and catch up on it, so you've really got to be have a few more tricks up your sleeve and obviously do as much as you can to do the best you can, really.
So last question from Mason for James Cooper.
Hi guys, I'm just wondering how it works in amongst the strikers. Do you work together on kind of finishing and that sort of stuff, and how much has Edison Cavani brought you there, and also the man on your right?
Obviously, they both were amazing players. Eddie's still playing, obviously, he's still an amazing player. So it's good to have both of them around you in training on the finishing sessions. He can, as I've been watching Eddie, he's a top striker. So watching his movements, the way he has the ball, the way he gets into the right positions, it's always a benefit to have a player like that. And obviously, Ollie's been my coach. It's obviously good to listen to him and to see what he has to say about finishing and stuff. So it's all a positive to have them both here.
Thank you very much, everyone. We'll go on to the manager now. Mason.
Thank you.
So Simon Peach, if you can ask the first question, please.
Just wondering what the squad looks like if anyone not travelling, and can you give us a clarification of what's the severity of Paul Pogba's injury and how we can expect to see him again?
Start with Paul. He's recovering well. He's starting the treatment, and there'll still be a few weeks, so he won't be playing in February, that's for sure. So still a few weeks until we see Paul, definitely. Apart from that, we have a couple of doubts, or doubtful ones, if they'll be fit enough. That say Anthony and Scott, so we'll have to check them tomorrow. And Donny and Edinson definitely not travelling.
Paul Hurst.
Just coming back to what Samuel asked Mason there about his position, where do you see him long term? Do you see him more as a kind of centre forward leading the line?
I think Mason was a bit shy there because he can play number 10 as well as one or two striker, shadow striker. So he can play right centre forward 10, and then at a stretch maybe on the left side. But I think we just have to give him time to find his final position. He's a forward who moves really well along the line at the moment. At his age and his development physically, sometimes you don't want to be right in the mix, right in the middle with the big brutal centre backs next to you. So I think we've found that he can play both really, but that'll be in the next year or two. We'll have to find out if he's going to be a number 9 or a forward drifting inside, or as I said, as a shadow striker. But in and around the goal, definitely we need him there, even though his link-up play and his general play has improved a lot.
Neil, what's this?
You've seen the progression of the team as a whole over this season going in the right direction, but do you think you're getting enough goals from your four strikers? I mean, in the league particularly, it's only 19, and that seems to be the missing link. You know, we saw chances at West Brom where you could have won the game, and this bit, and that happens quite often.
You know what? We are the team that scored the most goals in the league, and you're right that our centre forwards or our forwards haven't scored as much as we'd like to. So for me, that's a big positive that we now into the final stretch of the season. If we can get get them firing again, that will give us another edge in the games, because we know the last 4 or 5 games we haven't been at our best, and we're waiting for them to show what they're showing in training, because as Mason said here, we're working hard, working well, they're doing well in training, and they've got the class, they've got the qualities. It's just maybe, as you say, the form hasn't been the best, but they will come, and that's a positive thing. And on another spin, that means we've had goals from other places, other positions, which is an improvement from last season. Can we marry these two bits together, plus defend a little bit better, of course, and then we can be successful this season.
James Cooper.
brilliant in Europe this season. How good are you have to beat Sociedad? And how dangerous are they, bearing in mind the form they're in going into this time?
You've got to be very, very good against Sociedad. It's as I said when the draw was made, probably the hardest you could pick from our seeded or unseeded group. You know, they were top of the La Liga for a while. Now they're still in the hunt for Champions League for next year. Got some top players, some very experienced players, some quality players, some young, very good ones. So we have to play at a high level to get a result. Of course we do, because Spanish league is also a quality one.
Carlson?
Hey.
Man United haven't managed to win any of the last 9 European meetings against Spanish opposition, and losing in 6 of them. Do you think that's just a coincidence, or is this something for you to worry about, and for the Man United supporters to worry about as well?
It's probably down to the level of teams you played against. Quality teams, Spanish teams are good. You don't make no mistake about that. They are good teams, and we haven't performed well enough, that's for sure. And as I said just before, we have to perform well, very well, to beat the Sociedad team who are aggressive. They're defensively, they're very good on the ball, good possession team, got good pace, got most of the ingredients of a top team. So I don't think we don't go into games worrying, but we know we have to perform well to get a good result.
Samuel Lucas?
Just finally,
Hiya.
Scott showed that when Manchester was back in training yesterday, he's been involved for a few weeks. Has he been okay, and has he still got a big role to play in the next few months?
Yeah, Juan's been away for a little while, and of course you miss, you know, against West Brom, you're thinking, can we have someone to unlock the door if we had Juan there to create that pass, because he has done well earlier part of the season. Juan, now he's back, he's traveling with us, he's been bright in training. So if we see Juan on the pitch, I'm sure he'll want to prove to his Spanish fans as well what quality player he is.
Simon Stoll?
Hi Simon.
Just a couple of things. Just going back on Cavani and Van der Beek, why are they not travelling? And also, it's been another weekend where Anthony Martial gets abused. Do you have to talk to him about it? How does he deal with that situation?
Donny and Edinson are injured, so unfortunately, muscle injuries. So they won't travel. Anthony, I've spoken to him this morning, and he's mentally strong. Of course, it's not something anyone should have to go through, but he definitely seems like he's not checking all this the Instagram or whatever it is, the social media. So, but it's disgusting. It's absolutely. We've been talking about this every press conference the last 3-4 weeks, or even every time now. It used to be sporadic before, so there's something we have to do about it.
Aurelius?
Hi.
You've attracted some of the biggest talents of the world with lately. Amad Diallo, and of course the contract with Mason and everything. Can you explain a bit around your role and your approach to convincing those players to come to Man United, and that is the best place to develop into a superstar and a very good player?
Well, we give them a chance to come to Man United and have a successful career, and I think us as a club have proven over the years that that's something we take seriously, and that's something we are good at, and we are a club that like to give chances to players to develop and find the talent. Our fans, our history has always been about skillful players, attacking players that you play with no fear, and these are players that we've identified carry that tradition. And my role is to speak to them and put a clear pathway for them to see this is what we see with you. And I think we've shown over the years, of course, with the previous managers. Sir Alex was the best. You know, we've produced a few of the best players in the world, bringing them here. Wayne Rooney young, Cristiano Ronaldo young. Of course, we developed Giggs, Beckham, and that group ourselves. We still got Marcus Rashford, Mason's coming through. All these experiences help, of course, for me as a manager when I want to convince players that here's the future for you. And I like to give them a chance, of course. When you followed my career as a coach, that's one of the biggest enjoyments that you can have. Seeing a player as a young lad and then seeing him successful at the highest level. Both Norwegians that you work with and here, of course.
The last question for Carl Anker.
Good afternoon, Ollie.
Hiya.
I'd like to pick up a little bit. You said earlier about how you're planning to defend better. You used the term recently about layer by layer, which is the process of getting the team to build new processes and get better over time. Could you share a little bit about the layers that you're planning to use for defense?
Yeah, of course. You know, we in periods we've been a very good counter-attacking team. We've had some good results and good performances by defending deeper. I think the last year and a half we've really worked on pressing higher, getting the ball higher up, giving the opposition less time to peg us back, and I think that's something that we've improved on. That's another layer. Now, can we marry the two? Can we find the balance between high press, low press, but also the mid block, and get back to the more dangerous, the counter-attack in Man United, fast, quick attack, by winning the ball in good positions, not just to defend, but win them in very good positions to attack from. And that's always been part of Man United, to be able to attack quickly. And then if you can't finish, you have to keep the ball up there.
Thank you very much, everybody.
So he's got one more, Carl, so that's fine, yeah. It's a football discussion.
When you talk about trying to press higher up the pitch, is that harder to do in a COVID-affected season when you have less time on the training pitch?
100%, of course. But it's about freshness, about energy. We can see in our stats that we have improved immensely on our fitness, but of course the relentlessness of the season has given us a challenge to recover between every single game. So I think you see teams now, if you've got a week between games or 10 days between, or that you have a rest, you can see the benefit from it. So we'll get the benefit at one point. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much, everybody.